What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Manga Madhouse, the channel where I, Darian, take you through my manga collection journey. We discuss everything manga here, so if you want to join an amazing community of people who love manga with a Discord coming soon, make sure you go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. In this video, I am going to be buying the manga you recommended. So we're gonna have a $100 limit, and I'm going to go through my comment section. I don't know what's the best way of doing that, but I'm going to go through my comment section and find the manga that you have recommended, and we're going to be ordering that manga. So hopefully it's a cool video. Like I said, $100 limit to try to make it realistic. Maybe we'll go to 150, we'll see. But my goal is to try to make it as realistic as possible, because I know sometimes people say, well, you know, you getting $400 worth of manga in a month is not something, you know, I could do, or whatever the case may be. So we're going to make it as realistic as possible. Like I said, by $100, maybe 150, we'll see, depending on what we get. But let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so as you see here, we have my videos on the right, Crunchryroll on the left. That's where I'm going to order the manga. Also, I'll probably do another video at some point, probably where I'll take you shopping with me into my local Barnes and Noble. So we'll go ahead and check that out at some point. But for right now, we are doing online orders because that's just a majority of how I do my manga haul. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first video we're going to look at is the beginner collection. So hopefully it's not loud. Actually, it's already talking, so I'm gonna pause it. But what we're going to be doing is just going through, and as you see, it has 157 comments. So we're going to go through all of these and check out what has been recommended. Some of this stuff, because this video is almost a year old, some of this stuff I already got, so of course we're going to ignore that. But we are going to see maybe things. I'm going to try to pick up new series. That's kind of the whole point of this video. So the first one I see, let's look. We're looking. Don't see anything. Okay, Kaiju number 8 is actually something I have thought about getting. So let's kind of, is there a way? What we're gonna do is, as I think of stuff, we are going to write it down. Kaiju, and then we're gonna go back and look and say, okay, which one of these do I want to get? So we're not gonna go back and forth like that. All right, so now we have, okay, Kaiju number 8. Already got Chainsaw Man. We're reading. Great titles, thank you. Spy Family, that's something I've thought about. We're going to look at Spy Family, see if at the end of the day that is something I like. I like Spy Family. I seen like the first couple of, I think the first 3 episodes of the anime. And sorry, I'm using OBS, so like I can see myself here and on the camera. I don't know which video footage or format I'm going to use. We're going to use one of them. I'll figure it out then. But yeah, I'd seen the first couple of episodes of Spy Family, and it wasn't what I anticipated. However, I did really like what I saw. So like I said, only 3 episodes, but it was enough to make me be like, hey, maybe I should consider reading the manga. My Hero, I got some of them. Vigilantes, I don't think I have Vigilantes. Don't Told Me Miss Nagatoro, I've seen a lot of that. I don't really know too much about it, but I've seen it a lot, and I see that a lot of people like it. Maybe that's something I'll look into. Let's see, Grieving Soul Retired, that sounds cool. I got Mashal. Undead Unluck is actually one I've kind of been eyeing for a while, so we'll add that. And we will also add Grieving Soul Retire. I'll look that up as well and see if there's anything there I like. I'm trying to see, there's a lot of stuff. Y'all have made amazing. Oh, Noragami. That's one I've been looking at for a long time, and I just cannot decide if I want the singles or if I want the omnibuses. So let's see, make sure I spell it right, because my spelling is terrible. Let's see what else. Dead Demons. I don't really know about Dead Demons. I feel like I heard of it, but I can't be sure. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. One Piece. We'll just pass that, and for reasons you'll see at another time. Yu Yu Hakusho. So this one with Yu Yu Hakusho, I want to collect it. I don't know how many volumes there are of Yu Yu Hakusho, so maybe I need to change. You know what? We'll add Yu Yu Hakusho. I really enjoyed Yu Yu Hakusho growing up, and I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it that many times to know everything and remember all the details off the top of my head, but I will say that I'm so familiar with it that I just never felt like it was not worth it, but I was like, that's something I'll get later. But I'm seeing more and more of the prints, especially when I go into the store. Like when I go to Barnes & Noble, I'll see more and more Yu Yu Hakusho volumes, and they have like 1 through 4, 1 through 5. And usually it's not like, oh, volume 11 here and volume 2 here. No, they usually have a good, you can get like the first couple. So I'll check that out and see. Okay, so yeah, that does it for the first video. As we were kind of scrolling through and just looking at all the stuff, what I came away with is Kaiju number 8, Spy Family, Undead Unluck, Let This Grieving Soul Retire, Noragami, Dead Dead Demons, Yu Yu Hakusho. Mind you, like I said, I mean, people have other recommendations as well, but most of the time, I mean, most of these I already got by now. This video is 10 months old, and at the time, I think I just had like Tokyo Revengers, and yeah, I had Bleach. This was it. This is all I had. I had Bleach, Death Note, Demon Slayer, Erased, Girls Last Tour, Hunter x Hunter, Mob Psycho, and I think Tokyo Revengers, and a couple of Junji Ito, and that was it. So I think this is a good start. Because a lot of this is, of course, I didn't have like a lot of the big series. I think also you can include in this, I had a Naruto box set, so people were offering stuff like, oh, get more One Piece, or get this like big series, of course, that I just don't have, Berserk being another one. Okay, let's see, what is the next video that I feel like I got a lot of recommendations? I'm surprised. Dorohedoro, I've heard a lot about that. I've never looked actually into it, but I've seen it a lot, and I've seen that a lot of people speak very highly of it, so maybe we'll look at that as well. And Astro Lost in Space, is that out of print, or is it hard to find? We will find out. We will find out. Astro Lost in Space, because I've heard about it, but I feel like when I heard about it, the person that mentioned it said that it was kind of out of print or hard to get. Now I will say that I do thoroughly believe that the video in the person said it was like a year old, so things could have changed since then. But yeah, there wasn't really, I mean, it was a lot of love for sure, but I don't think there was too many recommendations. Maybe next time when I do this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something to proactive, like a call to action, and have people say, hey, let me go ahead and, you know, record. Well, let me go ahead and say, hey, these are recommendations. Just give me a bunch of recommendations, and I'll give you a reason why later. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's something I can do. We'll see. All right, so this is what we ended up with. As you can look right here on the right hand side, we ended up with Planetes, which volumes 1 and 2 omnibuses, which I think is only 4 volumes, so the omnibus should cover, from what I saw, the omnibus should cover all 4 volumes. Essentially, this is like a space kind of, it's like, what is it? There's a word that they call like a space drama or something like that. It has a better phrase that they use really with movies, and I don't really know what it's called, but it's essentially that. And that interests me. I'm a big, like, I enjoy like learning about space and things like that. So that, of course, is up my alley. I'm even thinking about getting like a space theme like tattoo sleeve at some point, but I'm just very picky about what I want, so I haven't gotten it yet, but at some point I will get it. And also I'll get an anime one as well. Also, we have Astra Lost in Space. I've actually been interested in this manga for a while now, but when the video I saw said it was out of print or it was hard to find, I kind of just didn't really bother to even look up and see, one, if that was true, two, how hard it was to find, and surprisingly, I just typed in Crunchyroll and it was here. So maybe, like I said, at the time of that recording of the video, when the person said it, maybe they were just saying at that moment, but that's on me for not bothering doing my research. Then next we have Josie the Tiger and the Fish manga. I heard that this is from the comment, as you saw earlier. It's a manga, and essentially it's supposed to pull on the heartstrings a little bit, and I'm all for that. I like, you know, those are when you kind of sometimes get the best characters, is when you get a piece of art like that, when it's supposed to go through feelings and things like that. Think of it as, I'm not saying it's like Goodnight Poom Poom, but think of it as in that nature of trying to, you know, pull certain emotions out of the reader. So I'm all for that. Dead Dead Demons, Dead Destruction. I got volumes 1 for that just because I want to see what it's like, so I want to read it. I didn't get, because like it was, as you can see, I probably showed in the video, I was trying to, once I got to a certain point, once I got to like the max, which is 150, I was trying to decide, hey, let me make sure that anything that I can kind of test out on like the Viz Media app or something, then I'll check, you know, through that way. So I'll read that way to see if I even like it. So let me not just straight up buy it, but things that are a little more difficult to find as far as online and having to, you know what I mean. I was like, let me look at it through here. Let me get those, the ones that I'm just not able to go on the Viz Media app and just read to see if I like it. So we just got the first volume of that. Then we also got the This Grieving Soul Retire, volume 1. I don't really still know too much about that. I kind of don't get it, so we're definitely going to check it out based off the recommendation alone, because the person who recommended it to me has a good history of their recommendations. So I'll continue listening to them until they lead me astray. When they lead me astray, I'll find you. But last we have Alice in the Borderland. Oh, not last. I'm sorry. I lied. I'm a liar. Next we have Alice in the Borderland. I've wanted that for a very, very long time. And when I go to Barnes & Noble, which as you hear me say a lot, that's probably like my main place I go to get manga, because that's like the biggest bookstore we have where I stay. They never have volume 1. It's volume 3 or volume 4. One time I saw all the volumes there except volume 1. So they never have volume 1. Good to just start out with volume 1. I'm comfortable with, if I read it and really like it, I'm comfortable that my Barnes & Noble will have it. So I can just go to and get volume 2, volume 3. Now last we have Dorohedoro. I see that a lot. I don't really know too much about it, but it does seem up my alley. And once again, I'm getting this strictly based off recommendations. I like to go into stuff blind. I do need to find what I'm going to start doing with the manga that either I don't want in my collection after I read it, or because the way I approach it. Like I completely understand this is not, I don't suggest anybody do this. I really don't suggest anybody just buy manga off recommendation. Do your research, try to learn the plot a little bit and see if it's something up to you. If you can read it, whether that's through an app or not, if you know what I mean, read it and see. But I like to go into it blind, just because sometimes you're just privy, you read too much about it and it kind of talks you out of it. So I try not to fall into that. Try to just read everything with an open mind. But once again, I don't suggest everybody do that. So yeah, I don't know much about it, but I like the artwork, and I've seen the artwork. I've heard high praises about it in other YouTube videos. So when the comment came along, I was like, you know what? I've been meaning to get that for a while. So let's go ahead and get it. So as you can see, my total is $151.09. Now, I don't know if I should take something out because technically it's over $150, or if I should let it go. This time, I'm gonna get it. But let me know in the comment section below, next time I do this video, if I set a goal, how close to that goal should I be? So if, like in this case, if it's $151 in taxes and shipping, do I just take it down and say, okay, take something out? It has to be under 150. Let me know, because I like this video. I think that this is something that it's just kind of cool. Y'all could chill with me. I play the music. We get the time lapse and things like that. I just feel like it's a cool chill video to kind of relax too. So let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'll probably be doing this more often, and hopefully soon I can do the video where I am recording me taking you to the store with me. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for coming with me and ordering this manga, and of course you'll see this in the manga haul whenever I get it. Peace.